There's actually a group of singers who comprises of young people, black people specifically, who are unemployed and are trying to make a living through music. However, they've been heavily exploited. From a gig making 40,000 rands for each and every gig, 40 minutes, to them only being paid 400 rand just from that particular 40,000 gig. I'm talking about one day. Imagine if these people are having gigs every day or maybe 4 times a month. They're making a lot of money, and the only thing that they give their singers per month is 400 rand and just a parcel of grocery. Is this some form of heavy exploitation? Is it because they're black? Is this targeted? What is going on? Let us actually react to this Carte Blanche explosive that revealed this injustice that is happening.
In Cape Town, a modern David and Goliath story is taking shape. Asandisa Siswana and Lisa Kanya Prince Makajana come from humble backgrounds, brought together by a shared passion for music. They started their careers busking for change on the streets of Cape Town. Today, they find themselves as the faces of South Africa's newest musical powerhouse, the Thanda Choir. On social media, they are shown to be a global music sensation. But back home in Khayelitsha, Thanda Choir's reality is very different.
Like ipavimo siyayifumana asandisa ndanifunda naye useParis ntoni ngoxa ufika apha eKasi ngicela undithele idrink hayi andinayo.
Njani? You were in Paris?
Like ayenzi sense.
Behind the scenes, the choir...
One thing about the entertainment industry is how brutal it is and how these actors or artists are always exploited. And what is worse is that our ministers and the people that have the power are not doing anything about it. Gayton is there pushing his things, always making loud noise, mabahab and stuff like that. But I've never seen him actually even proposing a bill regarding what is going on in the entertainment industry. To show that our Gayton, it doesn't seem like they know what they're doing. When it comes to entertainment industry, it's like he's like me. He's just a layman who understands probably the basics, doesn't understand the depth of it. And up until we get someone who's qualified and understands the entertainment industry and probably has been there before, that's when the change is going to happen. Otherwise, kids like this are going to be going to other countries, making even more money, because clearly in other countries, if you're in South Africa, per gig for just that 45 minutes, they're making 40,000 rands. Imagine internationally the amount of money that they are going to be making. So the minister's silence and his inability to attend to the cries of the people in the entertainment industry is making it look impossible for South Africa to get out of this hellhole of these exploitations.
Members struggle to survive. They hold no power over their music, their money, or their time. Management holds all the strings.
We're serious from Monday to Friday, but most of the time we do heavy gigs, so it's always packed.
This sounds like it's a full-time job.
Yeah, it is.
It is a full-time.
The grind is relentless. Members face a brutal choice, their well-being or the music.
And we sacrificed and ndayeka nesikolo because everything was promising.
Lead vocalist Zizipho Matonzi abandoned her teaching degree to meet the demanding schedule. The payoff? A pittance. How much are choir members being paid?
Yo, she left a teaching degree for music. When the entertainment in South Africa is like this, yo guys, I feel for these kids. Yo, I feel for them. I feel for them in as much as I judge them. Like, some of us also can sing, but I'll never leave my career for music. Guys, I'm sorry. In South Africa, I feel like it's luck in South Africa for you to make it as a musician, as a singer. Actually, not even in South Africa, even internationally. You have to do certain things for you to make it in the music industry. And if you're not willing to do those things and wearing certain clothes, you're not going to make it. It should just be some sort of like a hobby or anything like that. And if it's demanding like this, it better pay you. If it doesn't pay you, guys, don't leave your careers for such things. Even with careers, it's not guaranteed that because you went to school, you're going to get a job. This is South Africa. This is Cyril Ramaphosa's economy. You must make good decisions. And I feel the need to put this point across that every time when Gayton gets an opportunity to address the people, the only thing he always and forever talks about is the GNU, is his loyalty to President Cyril Ramaphosa, is how successful the GNU is, the successes of the Patriotic Alliance. He says nothing regarding the entertainment industry. What are his plans for the entertainment industry? Will the entertainment industry actually make it? What is actually going on? He lacks some intellect or some interest in this industry or in this thing of sports as a culture, including this very music.
Has voted in the past 3 weeks in 3 by-election overwhelmingly for the fastest growing party, the Patriotic Alliance. Thank you. Without wasting time, Honorable President, the people that vote for the PA have sent me here to say thank you to you for listening when we said illegal foreigners are a problem. You, Mr. President, are an example to all our mayors across the country, to all the mayors of the different political parties, that you listen to your coalition partners. You are a president that is consultative and you're listening. That's why today we have 10,000 labor inspectors that's going to go around the country. That's why today any businessman hiring an illegal foreigner shall meet with the arm of the law. Most importantly, Mr. President, and very emotionally for our people, thank you for listening to our cries when we said, bring the army to our areas.
Members, zibhatalwa i-400 a month, and the 400, it's not for gigs, it's for participating, like rehearsals. If you attend 80% of your rehearsals a month, then you stand a chance of getting that 400. For local gigs, akubikho mali sifumanayo.
Yeah?
Yeah.
At all.
From the start, two 22-year-olds have held the reins, Julio Teixeira and Luke Bernardi. They registered the choir as an NPO with themselves as directors, controlling every cent, every post, and every booking. We call to ask what they charge.
At the moment, for kind of private stuff, we're charging about 40,000 Rand for a 45 minutes an hour set.
Our investigation reveals the choir averages 6 gigs a month. In the week of filming, they book 6 gigs in just 7 days. At 40,000 Rand a set, that's R250,000 Rand. Yet 25 senior members earn just 400 Rand a month, while all 40 members receive a food hamper valued at around 250 Rand. The maths doesn't add up.
You don't know how much Thanda Choir charges per gig, must I tell you?
Yeah, I can.
Per event, Luke and Julio charge 40,000 Rand for a 45-minute performance for Thanda Choir. So after 6 gigs, it's R250,000 Rand.
I don't know what to say.
Actually, we don't know anything. We just go to rehearsal and to performance body.
For 400 Rand, sissy.
And for the parcel.
We ask entertainment lawyer David Feinberg to weigh in.
Yo, guys, I hate poverty. I hate poverty, chef. And being desperate. Because these people, they could do this for themselves. And they could make more money, or probably enough for them at least to survive properly instead of being given 400. But now they are just surviving. Because majority of the money is going to people that are not even talented, who just have the management skills and who have probably the connections. And when are they just happy that, you're just traveling to London, and then you come back to an informal settlement or a shack and suffer. Guys, I am sorry. This is exploitation. This is painful to watch.
Is it an obligation on the management side to be completely transparent with the monies that are being earned by the artist?
Absolutely. The reason for that is that the manager is placed in a position of authority and power. If they're receiving money, then they have an obligation to ensure that they can account for that and that there are mechanisms for transparency.
But a lack of transparency is only the beginning. Luke and Julio face a litany of allegations: unaccounted income, withheld wages, stolen copyright, and intimidation. It's time for answers. We request an interview at the choir's dilapidated rehearsal shack.
How much do choir members earn?
I don't want to put their information out there publicly.
We've been told that stipend is 400 Rand a month.
Yes, that is true. It's 400 Rand a month.
Then how much do you charge per local gig for the choir?
We can tell you that off record.
I know how much you charge per gig.
Okay.
40,000 Rand for 45 minutes.
Yes.
I think that I manage the bookings, and it depends on what the inquiry is.
We literally have a recording of you because we tried to book the gig. So if the choir is going out to perform, for example, tonight, do they get a cut of that 40,000 Rand?
For local gigs, no, because that's what we use to fund.
Where does that money go?
Back to fund the organization.
Yeah.
If in a week or in a month you've got 5, 6, 8 gigs, that's around 200,000 Rand we're talking about. So what are we spending the money on?
Like legal and accounting fees, but then also like uniform, Tommy, tackies, like there's other expenses that we take on.
The choir performs globally, from Brazil with Memphis Depay to Paris with Melody Gardot. International tours mean higher fees, but the choir doesn't reap the benefit. For the 2025 France tour, members received just 8,500 Rand for 3 weeks of work. That's just over 400 Rand a day. Worse, the payments are staggered over 8 months, just 1,000 Rand at a time.
We tried in the beginning to give the money in a lump sum, but unfortunately we had issues with members coming or spending all the money over the weekend and then missing out rehearsals on a Monday or a Tuesday because they're drunk, or other issues like that.
3 performers contested the Paris payment structure. All 3 were suspended, including Zizipo.
We stated that we are not happy, and what we asked is transparency from them. And they told me that I'm suspended until further notice because we were trying to sabotage the choir.
What we have been hearing is that people don't want to bring anything up because it might lead to something like a suspension.
You can't suspend a member on their opinion or their voice. Then you're running a dictatorship.
Okay.
That's not what we're doing here.
Yet, 10 days after his interview, Prince is dropped from an upcoming international tour. Worse is to come. Prince's own composition is licensed without his knowledge or consent.
I got a call from my sister saying that besilapha notata sibona kugarantwa idocumentary ye-Orlando Pirates ukhala ukuthi ekhaya ingoma yakho ubucula.
Hey guys, and so that was how you got the confirmation?
That's how he got the confirmation.
Did you sign any contract for that song to be used?
No, anything at all.
I've got a piece of paper in my hand that I want to show you. It's an invoice, 50,000 Rand. It's how much Up Next Studios was paid to use that song.
Hey, numbers.
The amount in this invoice isn't paid to Thanda Choir. It goes to a PTY Ltd called Up Next Studios. The directors, Luke and Julio. They tell us it's a talent management agency. Online, the studio claims to be the choir's record label. By claiming copyright, they possess...
These kids, they're using their talent to make a lot of money. A lot of money. And clearly, we cannot let alone the fact that not that these guys don't do anything. Clearly, they're working hard. The fact that they can get such gigs with Orlando Pirates, they can even travel these kids to other countries, but only giving them 400, like 400 just because of you are afraid that they will drink the money. You want to give them groceries because if they drink alcohol, then they won't come to the group. And I understand all of that, but this is insane. It's insane. Like, it's like they're just treated like small kids, minors, who don't know how to handle their lives.
Position themselves as the owners of the choir's sound recordings.
Is that music not owned by Up Next Studios?
Up Next Studios doesn't own the music. Currently, the music is unregistered. There's no registered person to that music. And that, again, is something that we are willing and wanting to navigate as
So
we
are there
get
any royalties that are paid, or there aren't any royalties being
Currently,
paid?
there's no royalties.
So where are the royalties going to?
Currently, the royalties are not
Going anywhere?
Yeah, our numbers, we're not even at that level yet.
That's absolutely not true. Someone owns the rights, and if the position is that the talent is the composer and they came up with the music and the lyrics, then they own the rights in the composition. If the recordings are on Spotify and they are listed as the proprietor of those recordings, I would consider it extremely unlikely that they are not receiving any revenue for that.
Julio and Luke insist they receive no income from the choir.
So you are doing this out of the goodness of your heart?
Yeah, I think it is for the goodness of our hearts, and we love the project.
But the information we have suggests otherwise.
We know in a recent documentary, one of your songs was used. I think it was the Orlando Pirates documentary.
I don't even think we did was there a payment for that?
I just want to know if money exchanged hands at all.
Is it possible if I can use the bathroom quickly?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. It's bathroom, yeah.
A bathroom break to jog their memories. They clearly don't realize the cameras are still rolling.
When you went to Joburg for that meeting,
Yes,
was that not for right? No,
it might have been.
it was.
But that was, yeah. How was that? Can't remember.
You don't have to answer that though.
Okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. Maybe you can explain what is this?
That was for a documentary that they used one of our songs for.
Was it the Orlando Pirates one?
I can't remember exactly what it's for.
Where did that 50,000 rand go?
Again, fund the organization.
It's just been brought to my attention that account number is a different one than the Thanda Choir account. So
I love Afana zigebengu. What these guys are doing is wrong, guys. I'm sorry, but what they're doing is utterly wrong. It's just unacceptable. They know what they've been doing. They know that they've been exploiting these singers, and they know that they've been benefiting themselves from the exploitation of these singers.
what account is this money going into?
That's the Up Next Studios account.
What is this money used for then?
So that I wasn't.
Again, I don't want to share something that I'm not 100% sure about.
Yeah.
So again, I would like to also share the financials of the Up Next Studios.
The next day, we followed up to request the bank statements they pledged to share. Instead of answers, we are met with an attempt to gag us, an NDA from their lawyers. Online, this is a feel-good story of South African excellence. But beneath the surface lies a staggering power imbalance. When you strip away the applause, the members have no ownership of their space, their music, their earnings, or their schedules. It's a story of empowerment in name only. Shortly after filming, the choir finally receives their first ever payment for a local gig, 2,000 rand each for the Cape Town International Jazz Fest. Hopes shattered, promises broken, yet these musicians refuse to be silenced.
I'll keep flying. Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Yo! I just sense some desperation from these kids. They just, wanted to be famous. And they actually are famous because they getting these gigs internationally. They're going everywhere and they're getting nothing out of it. And from people in society, whenever you're getting such gigs, we assume that, you are living large, you are fine. And you find out that their managers are getting the big cut. And this is not new. It's not new. People that have been in the entertainment industry, they've always been complaining that they've been exploited. And not just in South Africa, even in other countries, they've been complaining that we're being exploited and we're working extra hard. And the only thing we get is peanuts. And that's what is going on with these kids. Clearly, they were able to give them 2,000 rands just in the blink of an eye. But they were giving them 400 rands for the longest of times. Meaning, ichalete itengi, money is there, imali ikona, money itengi. Kasvenda, yeah, that way. Nonetheless, guys, let me hear what you think. Let me hear what you think about this episode and what has been revealed here, the exploitation that is happening in the industry. If you've been in the industry, you understand, please drop the comment, educate us, give us more information, let us learn from each other. Nonetheless, guys, I'll see you guys on my next upload. Bye.